What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to talk about the importance of resistance training for people over 40s and 50s. It's not just a simple saying as you should work out, stay healthy, but as to what physiological changes occur when remaining in sedentary lifestyle after hitting the middle age, and how lifting weights or training against resistance will help you in physiological standpoint with scientific research evidence. Let's get started. So exercising and staying physically active, especially past the middle age, is common knowledge to us all. But I want to talk about why you should work with weights and resistance, not just cardio type exercises. As our bodies hit the aging process, it's not only the size of muscles and strength that decrease, but our motor root functions, which is responsible for our muscle fibers, basic functional units of using our muscles. And on top of that, the aging process causes change the ratio between type 1 and type 2 muscle fibers. According to a study published in Current Opinion in Clinical Nutrition and Metabolic Care available in National Institutes of Health, I quote, "One of the most striking effects of age is the involuntary loss of muscle mass, strength, and function, termed sarcopenia." According to the study, after we hit our 30s, we lose approximately 3 to 8% of muscle mass every decade, at much higher rate after hitting the 60s. According to a different study in Physiology Journal, it is said that if we do not train against weights or resistance and have no exercise volumes, we are prone to lose about 1% of our entire muscle mass, but even more in motor unit functions such as strength and endurance. The study says that it was found that if we remain sedentary, we may lose as little as 2 to 4% of our strength a year, up to 8 to 9% in 3 years. Aging is also known to cause the change the ratio between type 1 and type 2 fibers in our muscles. To quickly cover, our muscles are made up of two types of muscle fibers. Type 1 is for endurance and has higher mitochondrial volume, and type 2 is for strength, power, and size. According to another study on aging and sarcopenia published in Sports Health Journal in 2014, it stated that aging causes decrease in type 2 muscle fibers, which is responsible for muscular strength, sarcoplasm, and size. Obviously, when this happens, type 1 fibers will take over the place where type 2 fibers were lost, thus decreasing our overall size and strength. So why you should start lifting weights ASAP? Aside from the very obvious fact that resistance training will aid in strength gain and hypertrophy, which is growth in muscle size, there are numerous studies that indicate that strengthened and trained muscle fibers can compensate to delay the sarcopenic effects. This is due to a phenomenon called the muscle memory, which is the ability to repeat a specific muscular movement with improved efficiency and accuracy that is acquired through practice and repetition. As to why lifting weights early is beneficial and why you should start it right away if you had never done it, it is because of this set muscle memory. According to a study from Journal of Experimental Biology in 2016, muscle memory can protect the muscles against sarcopenia, and the myonuclei, or the nuclei of muscle fiber, retains muscle memory up to 15 years, basically like a long-term insurance against muscle mass loss. So the faster and earlier you start, the better in the long term. According to a study in Biogerontology Journal in 2018, by the way, biogerontology is the study of the biological basis of aging and age-related diseases. Type 2 muscle fiber is stimulated through resistance and will decrease in size and ratio through lack of stimulus, meaning working out, and aging, respectively. And science has proven that no matter what age we are, resistance training will increase the protein synthesis and anabolic pathways and reduce catabolic effects. Back to Physiology Journal study from earlier, the study prescribed 8 to 12 weeks of medium intensity resistance training at about 70% of 1 rep max to older adults, and the results recorded were 25 to 35% increase in muscular strength, activation of motor units, as well as mobility and power. It also noted that type 2X fibers were converted back to type 1A. Type 2X and A are both type 2 fibers, but type 2X is known as the couch potato fibers that comes from sedentary lifestyle. So many studies point out to the fact that as we age, we must start lifting weights and begin resistance training. But Word of caution, if you suddenly sign up for a membership at a gym and start lifting weights, it may cause detrimental effects due to improper form or just the sheer fact that you're lifting weights for the first time after long years of sedentary lifestyle. I know there are millions of visualization tools that can help you with weight training, but don't be afraid to receive an in-person professional assistance from the gym or from trainers to properly guide you for a safe training procedures and progress. Some of my older clients, before I met them, they attempted to follow a workout program online, but it ended up hurting them even more because unbeknownst to them, they were hurting their joints from improper form and posture. So they ended up hurting themselves, which discouraged them to lift weights even further. So learning how to safely and properly train against resistance is crucial, so don't be afraid to seek professional guide. And I know I focused more on resistance training in today's video, but remember, cardio is also a great way to stay in shape as well as your cardiovascular health. So make sure always to mix it up and try to be healthier and more active than the day before. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you next time.